This is on Earth Relics, and I've got a special kind of bonus crafting edition this week I'm really excited about. I've been working, and haven't had a ton of time for crafting, so it was kind of a treat to get to do a little bit of that in anticipation for Easter. And I always like making little baskets or decorations that I can share out with families. So this is going to be the little craft that I am making today. I've got a whole bunch of those, and I'll take some pictures and add those in here in just a minute. But baskets that I've already kind of made in the process of trying to figure out how to make this work. I'm going to be using a base that I can only assume that was maybe like for a cup holder that you would stick like a glass down in there, and then it would keep it from maybe getting rings on a table or something like that. That's my assumption. Otherwise, I couldn't really figure out what these would have been for, but it was in a set of 6 that I found at the Goodwill outlet, and they look to be handmade, kind of crocheted, sort of like a lacy sort of style there. And I'm going to glue some of these down onto this paper here. This out. I'm doing a no new year, which is kind of my take on kind of year by new year, or year by year that I've seen people talking about. I don't think I could do a whole week or a whole year rather without doing a little bit of shopping, because I enjoy that. In any case, I'm trying not to buy new things. I'm only buying used things, so that was kind of the loophole that I exploited. It's still in the spirit of being thrifty and trying to do right by the planet in terms of making use of the things that are already here instead of needing for new things. So it's fun to think of crafts that I can do without the need to go out and buy things. That being said, I did make the exception for certain things like consumables, like obviously food. I'm not going to buy secondhand. I don't know how you would do that. But things like glue and any paper products that I need, like wipes or paper towels, that kind of thing, I would go ahead and allow myself to purchase if needed. But glue sticks were kind of like, it's like, is that a consumable item? I don't know. In any case, I do find glue sticks in pretty decent shape still at the Goodwill outlet from time to time. And yeah, this one down on here too. In any case, this was a found glue stick, so I was excited about that. So again, kind of making use of what I find in the spirit of being thrifty and resourceful and environmentally friendly. Alright, so just turn it over. We've done this again, I've run just a little bit too long. So the demos. Doesn't look the least bit realistic in that respect, but I just think it looks a little bit nicer when it's shrunk down. And I'm just going to use a little bit of ink. You can't have a vintage project without the distress ink, right? I feel like that's one of the cardinal rules of vintage crafting. All right, so I'm going to set that aside. Eventually what I'm going to do is glue it to this little heart stick there. Okay, so now all right, so I'm going to be adding just a little bit of crepe paper around the outside of styrofoam block. And apologies, I had to reset the camera a few times because the glue gun was not staying on for me. Just because I realized it was not charged, so it needed its little charger base to come back out of hiding and get charged up again. In any case, I wanted to share a fun little story. So this little styrofoam block was fun. I realized that I didn't want it to be poking through the base here. And if I left it kind of uncovered, you could kind of see through. So just a little bit of crepe paper made it a little bit prettier. In any case, cutting up the styrofoam was a hoot and a blast from the past because it was kind of flying everywhere and made it look like it was snowing. And brought back fond memories of my college days when my roommate and I decided that we were going to make it snow in our room by cutting open a bean bag, which I don't advise doing. And I shouldn't say cutting it open, we unzipped it. Anyway, also don't advise doing. Unless you want to be cleaning little styrofoam balls up off the floor for the next, oh gosh, only knows how long. Okay, so all I'm doing is just kind of wrapping the crepe paper kind of around and around and around, and I'm gonna up on the top and on the bottom. I'm just gonna make little pieces. In any case, we had a lot of fun. We made little snow angels. You couldn't really pack it and throw it like a snowball, but it was a delight and probably something we were doing instead of studying for finals. It's just really good, that kind of thing. In any case, because of the static, the little styrofoam balls, like they just stuck to everything. Like they stuck to our shoes, to our clothes, and we would carry them all over the place with us. So I think for years there were probably styrofoam balls that people were finding stuck in random places. So anyway, it was a fun memory of a funny time with a good friend. And so sometimes I think crafting can be a good source of kind of memories, making them new ones as you craft, but then also kind of being reminded of fun things from the past. Let's save some of these for later in case I need them. Alright, so that's looking good. The next thing I'm going to do is add the little handle on here before it gets too full in my basket. And I'm just poking that through the little hole there. I suspect this is a craft that you could replicate because you could crochet these little things, but you could also use really any kind of found object. You could even imagine like cutting the bottom off a soda bottle and covering it or painting it or something like that, and then filling it up with styrofoam and crepe paper pieces. So what I'm doing now is attaching a vintage pipe cleaner, literally a pipe cleaner. I think that's kind of funny. I found these. I really had never thought about the fact that pipe cleaners were probably used to clean pipes at some point in time. But there you go. So these kind of had a fun sort of vintage look to them. They're a little bit short, so I'm not adding a whole lot of extra amount down there. I'm just trying to keep it fairly minimal. So there's my basket, and it's ready for its little pieces. I've been trying not to use my little yellow eggs here because of the chickens that are going to go in those, but I'm down to the last couple ones. In any case, I am going to use a yellow egg, but I'm going to put some of the little pink bobbles in between it, so I think that'll work really nicely. But first, I'm going to add some to the egg, just to give it a little bit more pizzazz. Rickrack collection is ever growing, so I delight when I can find uses for it. I think it looks really cool. I just like the rainbow colors of different sewing notions and things like that. But it's functional too for various purposes. It's fun. And it just gives it that sort of decorative egg sort of look. And then do 2 rows there. Excellent. And I'm just going to recycle the stick that I cut off of one of the earlier ones. There. Oops. Stick that down into there, but just to help it stick down in there, get a little bit of push some of those little sections into it. So that's pretty cute. And I'm going to get the chicken out. I think I could use my little chicken. I've got this one itsy little chicken. So I could use him instead. Maybe with the actually, that's pretty cute. And the rest of them all have kind of a bigger size chicken, but this little guy, he's a little bit different. These are all made by pipe cleaners as well. I did not make them, I found them. I think they're perfect for crafting. The other thing that I'm using are little bits and bobbles from various flowers to kind of stick them in there. These are really cute. So yeah, we're going to stick with the original plan and use the little guy here. Alright. Wish I had 2 different color ball things. These are called glitter balls. So I think just having a little bit of color beside it should be okay now. So now when the little chicken gets added in there, which I'm going to have to do very carefully, I realize, because it's getting a little crowded in here. liking this giant egg, teeny tiny chicken sort of look here. Some green stuff. Some green stuff. That just makes it look a little bit more Easter basket-y, in my opinion. Alright, and this piece that we had pulled out earlier, put in there. Just a little bit pokey. Alright. I'm going to add the Easter greetings now. And I'm going to give it a little bit of glitter. Alright, and the last thing to add is the ribbon. Ideally, this would be a little bit thinner, skinnier. It's pretty chunky, but it was really pretty. But it's got a little bit of sparkle as well. Like that I have been doing a key job staying in frame. I put out these little vintage bunnies, decorations, to try to help me that the camera could see and not see. That's always a challenge. So that's my finished product today. I think that turned out pretty good.